Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. This phone is on sale at the time of this video. I'll have some links in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. I personally paid $1,500 for this phone. Now, this is obviously the follow-up device to the Mix Fold 1. A lot of people online are saying this phone is better than the Galaxy Fold 4, which this has been my personal device for the last 4 months of daily use. Since this phone's been out for a little bit, I'm not going to waste any more time. Just going to get right into the box. But I will say that I do appreciate this boxing presentation. I mean, look at this box versus the Galaxy Fold box. Fold, no charger in this. But let's just enjoy unboxing this Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. Nice little pamphlet on top, have our device on top here. This guy is a beast. First thing we are greeted with in the box here is a case. Love to see this, especially for these foldable phones. We have a built-in kickstand, which that's just absolutely huge. Nice black to match the black color. Have a leather feel on this guy. SIM ejection tool. Nice feeling Type A to Type C charging cable with a little orange on the inside. That orange matches with the 67-watt charger included in the box. Absolutely love to see this. Also love to see that we get a little headphone adapter in the box. Again, these are little things. This should come with every single device. But now let's go ahead and check out the star of the show here, the Mix Fold 2. Super excited to check this one out with you guys. So first, immediately out of the box, I'm noticing there's not nearly as much of a crease on here as the Fold. This is an 8-inch inner display here. We have the just mammoth outer display here. Just a lot to take in with this guy. Wow, this is a very big foldable phone, but it's also very light. On paper, this is actually lighter than the Fold 4, even though it is larger, which is just crazy to me. The lighter weight is immediately striking me as a great advantage. When you have a lighter foldable phone, you're just much more likely to carry it. On the right side, we have our volume rockers. We also have our power button here in the middle. On the bottom, we have our Type-C port capable of that 67-watt charging. We have a dual speaker setup on the top and bottom. We have what looks to be an IR blaster. We have a mic here. Have our SIM tray. This is a dual SIM setup, so we can fit 2 SIMs in here. No micro SD card support or anything. And on our hinge side, there's no branding, no nothing at all, which is surprising to see because every foldable phone I've had so far has some very prominent branding on it, like the Samsung. We have the Oppo Find N here. That's got something on the hinge. Does not stick out very far at all. Some other foldables, you can see how much more that hinge will stick out. But here on the Mix Fold 2, barely sticking out at all, barely any gap on the inside here, just a very overall clean finish. The camera module on the back goes the whole way across, which maybe that'll make for half decent use on the tabletop. Physical impressions, very impressed here with the Mix Fold 2, just given its weight and sheer size. 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, 6.56-inch outer display here, 120 hertz AMOLED display. And then of course the star of the show here is going to be this 8.02-inch inner display. Man, first impressions of this inner display. This thing is just nuts. Looking at it in all my studio lights, the crease is really not that bad. You can see here with the Galaxy Fold 4 how much more that crease is visible. With this Mix Fold 2, you can see it's just a lot less prominent. So we'll see how this does outdoors in direct sunlight and things like that. I'm going to go ahead, put all my information in this phone, going to use it for a while, and I'll come back with you guys on my first impressions of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2. All right, so it's actually been a couple days since my last recording. I've been using the Mix Fold 2 for a couple of days now, and I'm ready to share some of my first impressions with you guys. Starting with just getting into the phone, the biometrics, we do have face recognition on this outer display, and it gets me into the phone right away without any problems. But the star of the show here is definitely the side-mounted fingerprint sensor. I'm so glad that this is here since it gives easy and instant access to the phone regardless of which display you're trying to get into. And addressing these displays, since that is undoubtedly the main attraction here, with the conventionally sized 21:9 aspect ratio outer screen complemented by the behemoth 8-inch inner display, which 2 days in, I am still processing just how much screen real estate is being offered here on this device. I think this is a great example of spec sheets being far from telling the entire story, as my Fold 4's 6.2-inch outer outer display pales in comparison to the 6.5-inch screen on this Mix Fold 2, so much to the point where I found myself in my first couple days of use using the outer portion of my Mix Fold 2 more times than not, since I'm able to get a lot more done on it compared to my Fold 4's outer screen, which more so serves as a means to quickly check in on things throughout the day, like the news, text messages, and finding some content you want to watch and opening up to that inner display if and when I'm able to. But on this Mix Fold 2, I'm able to comfortably watch videos, I'm able to play games, I'm able to do what I would normally do on any other smartphone, which is honestly refreshing to see for a foldable phone, since most of this new technology up to this point in time has been designed with odd and quirky aspect ratios which require you to completely change the way you use and interact with your phone, whereas the Mix Fold 2, thanks to its more conventional size and aspect ratio, is able to provide an added level of familiarity and, more importantly, compatibility with most, if not all, applications out there. And then whenever you need more screen space, you can very easily and smoothly open up to the inner 8-inch display, which again offers much more screen size, so much to the point where I can confidently say I've never seen so many applications on one screen at a time on any device. But the size itself is only half of the story, as this Mix Fold 2's flexible display has more of a matte finish rather than the Galaxy Fold's glossy screen, which this, in conjunction with the much less prominent crease, makes this screen feel more like an actual tablet compared to what you see and feel on the Fold 4. And the feel of this Mix Fold 2 in the hand is something that has equally impressed me, since it is surprisingly lightweight once you factor not only the sheer size of the screens, but also the fact that there is still a 4500 milliamp hour battery packed inside, and that rather large camera module housed around back. I am also pretty impressed with the camera quality here in my initial testing. The Mix seems to have similar shooting capabilities to that of my Fold 4, which is great to see, and it's also nice to see some more natural results coming from the Mix Fold 2, like in this picture here with Molly's Santa outfit coming through as the true red color it actually is, opposed to the Fold 4 giving off more of a pink color here. Now, I've only been using the phone for a couple of days, so I don't want to jump to any conclusions on the battery life just yet, but I will say that in my initial testing, I was able to get a full day plus several hours of battery life, which is more than acceptable given how bright and large these screens are. But I do have a feeling that the battery life could fluctuate a lot, depending mainly on how much you use that inner display on any given day. But the insanely fast charging speeds more than well make up for the times extra battery life is drained, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing when my phone went from a few percentage points up to 41% after being plugged in for only 10 minutes. Followed by a 90% charge in around 30 minutes was something I had never seen on any device ever reviewed on the channel. It is worth mentioning the Mix does not support wireless charging, which is odd for as advanced of a device this is, but the included 67-watt charger is definitely getting the job done for me initially. The only major downside I'm seeing with the Mix Fold 2 initially, aside from the wireless charge, is the lack of an official water resistance rating, which is something that has given me incredible peace of mind with my Fold 4 over the past 4 months. But initially, overall, first impressions of the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, I am extremely impressed with what Xiaomi is offering here at a competitive price point as far as these foldable phones go towards the end of 2022 and start of 2023. Overall, it seems like a very well put together device that I think people will be able to easily adopt to from a conventional smartphone, given its more conventional sizing and the surprisingly small difference in overall weight and footprint. Placed side by side with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it is only 10 grams heavier while offering way more screen real estate. I am very much looking forward to continuing to enjoy this Mix Fold 2 in due time, and I look forward to hearing what your thoughts are on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to the Shane Simons YouTube channel today, and check out some of my other foldable content if you're interested. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.